Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hype, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut, and hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. So the Mets won 2-1 today. And of course, they swept the Blue Jays. They're terrible. They're terrible. Blue Jays are bad, folks. I said this last night. And they're a terrible team. They're going to finish dead last. Best thing they should do is trade both Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero to somewhere, because the team is terrible. Before we get into this video and the game, I want to send a shout out to NYC Buzz 22. He sent me another super thanks. I don't have the bell in this room, but I wanted to sort of thank him. Whenever you send me a super thanks or become a member of the channel, he's also a member of the channel. I send you a shout out and a video. A future video and community post. I haven't done the community post yet, but I will shortly. But it was a good win today. The Met offense is still not there, but as long as the Mets have their pitching, they're in good shape. They've been in great shape so far this season. They're 6-3. They swept the Blue Jays, like I said, out of town. See you later. Oh, Canada. We won't be seeing them for a while. Our future citizens up there, up north. But the Mets won 2-1. What kind of the hell I do on the scoreboard? I got my scorecard. I stripped the whole scorecard. The hell I do here? Yes, the Mets won 2-1. Mets scored 2 runs in the third inning with an RBI single by Pete Alonso and the RBI sacrifice by Brandon Nimmo. And Mets are not getting a lot of offense, but like I said, they're stringing their hits together the best they can, but their pitching's been excellent. A couple of things with the offense before we get into the pitching. Pete's been great. Soto's getting his hits here and there. Lindor is coming out of his slumber. I see the at-bats by Mark Vientos getting much better. I thought that walk that he had late in the game, in the middle of the game, I thought that was his best at-bat so far this season, because he had a 3-2 pitch. He would swing at it. I think that was a much, much better at bat for him. There is continued concern on my part for Brett Beatty for obvious reasons. He's got 1 hit so far this season. He is not a good player. I don't know how much longer you can go with him. I think I certainly have seen enough. So far he is 2 for coming into today. He was 2 for 18 on the season. He's now 2 for 31, and they took him out for defense for Acuna. So he's 2 for 21 to start the season, which means under 100 to start the year, and his at-bats were terrible. He cannot hit a fastball. I'm sorry. I said that for 2 years now, that he cannot hit the fastball. He is not a good offensive player. He's not a major league player. I'm sorry. I know the Mets invest a lot of time and money into him, being a big prospect. But once you get to the big leagues, that's all that matters to me. And I'm very clear about how I look at a player, and he's just not any good as a player, unfortunately. And the Mets are going to have to figure out how much longer they're going to keep him playing as much as they are. I guess you got to keep playing him. The Mets are winning. Jeff McNeil's not ready to come back yet. But you see this bottom of the line is a real struggle right now with Vientos, Beatty, and Siri up. I'd like to see Tyrone Taylor get some more playing time. I know that Siri's good defensive. He's okay. He's been okay. But we know that Tyrone Taylor gets big hits when the Mets need him. But that is not a good 6, 7, and 8 right there. And then they had Sanger batting 9th, but who actually had a good game. Got a walk and scored the first run of the game and got a single. But really the big thing today for the Mets was with the pitching. David Peterson is not injured, folks. We saw that earlier in the game. In the 5th inning, he got taken out because he was having problems. I guess walking back. The reality was he was probably going to barf on the mound. I think that's what the problem was. I don't think he was feeling well. I think he was dealing with some kind of problem. He said he was getting blurred vision, and he was feeling nauseous, so he's probably probably getting ready to bark. But he didn't do that today. Thank God he didn't do that on the mound. Would have gotten the kids all sick. Don't want to be eating ice cream, seeing some player, 6'6", on the mound barfing his guts out. Thankfully that didn't happen. but that seems to be the issue. He's probably coming down with the flu, something I think I've had this past week. But I haven't felt nauseous, thank God. Or I have blurred vision. That might be what the issue is. But Max Kranick came in, pitched well again. Where did this guy come from? I have no idea, but that's just an example of the Mets pitching lab. Reed Garrett came in, pitched 1 inning, struck out 1 batter. AJ Minter, the former Atlanta Brave, pitched an inning, struck out 2, and it warms my heart to see the Braves playing so poorly. 1-8, let them keep losing. No team has lost the first 7 games of the season, and that was a playoff team the year before and made the playoffs the following year. So they are up against very tough history. But don't worry, they'll do the trash cans, banging on the table, stealing signs again before we know it, and they'll make some kind of run to catch up to where they need to be. And then finally, Edwin Diaz came in to finish out the game. Not 1, 2, 3, but he came in and finished the game. Got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to ground out to Francisco Lindor. But tomorrow the Mets face the Marlins in a 3-game series. Cody Senga is going to pitch for the Mets. I don't know who the Mets are going up against tomorrow. To be determined. It was going to be Sandy Alcantara, but he's having a baby. He's pretty good for a guy having a baby. He didn't look heavy or anything like that. He didn't look like he was showing. It was a very small baby. Oh, I think it was his wife's baby. Oh, okay. But, yeah, he's going on paternity leave, so he won't be pitching against the Mets on Monday. And the Mets play a 3-game series. 2 games at 7 o'clock and then 1 o'clock game, I guess, on Wednesday. But the Mets are 6-3 to start the year. Offense will kick it into gear. I'm not worried about it. It's early in the season. The ball's really not jumping for the Mets. It's jumping for everybody else, by the way. But the Mets aren't. They showed the statistic. It's over the course of the first few games from last year's 40 games, 40 more home runs than it was last year. So that is that's a significant jump. And I would say that that's a rabbit in the baseball. I think that's pretty obvious. Oh, before I forget, in the 8th inning. Now, I've said this plenty of times in the baseball hut too, and I said in a video the other day talking about the Sacramento Athletics. Or really, they just want to be called, I guess, SD Athletics. But I've been calling the A's for the last year or two. The Philadelphia, Kansas City, here we come, Oakland, Las Vegas Athletics. I've been saying that for basically two seasons. And Gary said it today. Gary said some kind of variation of it. He called them, what did he call them? He called them the Philadelphia, Kansas City, Oakland, don't call them Sacramento Athletics. And I'm like, Gary listens to this show. He listens to what I say. That's just the one thing. That's social media. Social media is one of these things, folks, that if you do something and people like it, they repeat it. It's like anything else. But if you're knowledgeable, and I'm very knowledgeable, I let everybody know I'm knowledgeable about this, about baseball, and you're funny, people will acknowledge that in their own ways. And I know these broadcasters watch. There's a lot of downtime for these games. It doesn't take, and I don't do these long, blown out, drawn out broadcasts and these videos to where I bore everybody to death. In and out. So now this the second broadcaster over the last 3 or 4 months that has repeated something I've said. The other being Mike Breen, the basketball announcer, saying that the Mets were America's team. Sorry. And now we have Gary Cohen, future Hall of Famer, baseball Hall of Famer, called the A's, the Philadelphia, Kansas City, Oakland, don't call them Sacramento Athletics, but I have that variation, of course. But just wanted to mention that. And of course, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, and of course, thank you for the super thanks, NYC Buzz 22. And have a good day. Hit the like button before you go, and I'll see you later.